What's going on, MS Gymmers? How you guys doing? Welcome to today and the beginning of this week. My name is Trevor. I'm the founder and creator of the MS Gym. Super excited to have you here, and we're ready to rock and roll. If you're looking for exercise with MS, this is the largest and most comprehensive platform on the internet. We go through exercise after exercise every day that work on restoring your balance, your strength, your coordination, and your ability to move and function and live your life the way that you choose again. So this week what we're doing is we're going over some key exercises for strengthening your legs, all right? Now, some of these are a little bit, I don't want to call them like advanced and freak people out, but we're not going to do a build-up, right? So if some of you will be able to do these, a lot of you will. Some of you are going to have a hard time with some of these. So I'm going to try to do some modifications as much as I can. Because of the fact that there's so many modifications that I want to meet people's needs, we're going to do one exercise a day this week, okay? We used to go back and do one exercise a day back in the day when we started, and then we just got super excited. We started adding more stuff. But for those of you, we've had so many new people come into the MS Gym in the past couple months, I'm going to start going back to the fundamentals and what we built this house on and really start reviewing the things that actually like catapulted so many of our superstars to really starting to feel good and be like, who is this guy? How does this work? And why has no one told me about this? Okay? So one of my favorite exercises to do is what's called the MS Deadlift. So a deadlift means anytime your weight is at your hips and below. A squat is typically, you've got weights up here, your hands are up here, out like this. So this is the MS Deadlift. I also call it a sit to stand, okay? And I'm going to show you modifications for this. So if you are in a chair, okay, you can do this out of a normal chair, or you can do it out of a wheelie walker. I'm going to show you on a wheelie walker, but if you want to use a normal chair, go for it, man. And I do like to use a chair on this because it gives your brain a stopping place. It tells it when your hips are going to hit the ground. It tells it when to fire your glutes. It tells it when to stabilize your core, so you're not just floating in space. Even me, myself, when I do like heavy squat stuff, I have a bench a little bit lower than this that I do so I can know when my brain knows when to stop, lock, and push. And that's the whole deal. Okay? So, the regular MS deadlift, what we do is we're going to sit on the edge of our chair. All right? Then, abs are going to go in. We are going to put our hands on the inside of our thighs. Then what we're going to do is we're going to sit and we're going to reach behind us. When we do that, look at my spine, okay? My spine is nice and flat. My abs are in. My chin is tucked, okay? And we put our hands behind us because when we reach back behind, it flattens everything out. If we go in the front, you have a large tendency to round your spine. So your feet are going to be planted, you're going to be reaching back behind you, and you're just going to stand up. As you stand up, your hips are pushing forward, you're firing your butt, pulling in your gut, pulling down your blades. And then as you descend or sit back down, you sit back down and you barely touch, and then you stand back up. You sit back down, you barely touch, and you come back up. Okay? Now, that's the form. Now, if that is too much, okay, because a lot of people in wheelie walkers, you guys are not going to be able to just go freestyle and put your hands up and stand. You're going to have to use this, okay? So you're going to have to use here. And we'll get to that, all right? But let me show you an example of a normal chair. So on a normal chair, if you don't need a wheelie walker, but sitting all the way down in this chair and all the way back up is too much, then you need to raise your platform. So what I recommend is you get a stack of books, cookbooks, binders, whatever, and then you increase your platform. Because now, instead of dropping all the way down to almost parallel, I have an 8-inch step here that I can do the exact same thing. So see, I don't have to drop as far. So I'm higher. So see, if I'm down on my chair, my hips are down almost to parallel. This way, it's the same form, and I only have to stand up a little bit. Okay? So you want to increase the height of your step, but it's the exact same form. You get on, abs are in, shoulder blades are down, apple chin, touch the platform or the books behind you, stand up, butts, guts, blades. Okay? As you sit back down, sit and up. As you sit back down, sit and up. Okay? Now the other modification that we have is a higher platform. All right? So we start right here in the deadlift position. Okay, so we're going to actually start this way, but then you're going to have your hands up on something, so a little bit closer. So you can have your elbows bent, but I still want your blades down, okay? And you can kind of hold, but I still want this. I don't want you up trying to sit up like this and stand from this position. It ain't going to happen. You need to be very leaned forward. You need to be very flexed at your hips so that you can actually get the right amount of gluteal activation. And the platform that you're standing up on, you don't want to be way out here. You want it kind of closer. So you want to kind of get forward like this. Get your feet to the outside of the the wheels of your wheelie walker. Say that 5 times fast. The wheels of your wheelie walker, wheels of your wheelie walker, right? So put your hands here, tuck those elbows in, and then use this to stand up, okay? Because often it's really hard to kind of get from here and push up. There's a lot of arms. A lot of times when people just move to a forward platform, it helps them think about getting up and pushing underneath. So those are the 3 modifications. You got regular deadlift, you got a higher platform, or you got 2 platforms. And don't be afraid. Like if you need to put this here, and you need to get those elbows back and get to this, and then move, and then stand up, that's fine too. Okay? What my main focus is not what your arms are doing, but can you think about getting your hips engaged to slingshot? And when I'm talking about slingshot, what that means is imagine someone has a bungee cord attached to you. As you sit, it's pulling you back, and as you stand up, they're letting go of it. Boom! And your hips are driving forward. If your hips drive forward, you will stand up. If you try to push from a spastic quad, you'll end up using your toes and your knees. You will not stand up. Okay? So if I'm trying to be here and I'm trying to press from, I don't even know if I can do it this way. If I'm trying to press from my knees, that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You've got to get that butt way back, almost to where my head is like over the top of this chair. Then I put my hands on here, and then I stand up. That's how you got to roll. And then if you can't get all the way back down, again, you just sit and you hold, and then stand back up. You sit and you hold, and you stand back up. But you always want to think about, even if you're holding on to something, leaning back, finding your hands, and standing up this way. Because it's not a down motion, it's a back motion. You stick your butt way back. Again, like someone's pulling on you and then letting go. All right? So if you can only get up once and it's like super exhausting, start from an elevated position like this, and then all you got to do is think about dropping those hips back and pushing them forward. Dropping those hips back and pushing them forward. So I'm giving you a ton of modifications right now. All right? So we're going to do 5 of every type. Okay? So here we go. So number 1, we're going to go regular deads. Okay? So we're going to scooch, get our feet set. We're going to reach forward, and we're going to stand. So abs are in, chin is tucked, blades are down, and we go up. Boom. Butts, guts, blades. 1. And sit back down. You're going to reach, barely touch, and up. BGB. 2. Sit and pause. Up. 3. Down. Sit and pause. Up. Boom. 4. Sit and pause. Up. Boom. And 5. Okay? Now we're going to go to the elevated position squat. So same jam, we're here. Leaning forward. Okay? Notice my hips are not dropped as much. I don't have as much angle here. Okay, or I have a higher angle here, however you want to think about it. Okay, so sit. Same thing, abs in, shoulder blades back, push those hips forward. Ready? Watch my hips. Boom. B, G, B. 1. Sit back. Up. Boom. B, G, B. 2. Sit. Up. Boom. B, G, B. 3. Sit. Up. Boom. B, G, B. 4. Sit. Boom. B, G, B. And that's 5. Okay? All right. Type number 3 is the front assist. Okay? All right, so you're going to lean way forward in that chair. Put your hands on whatever in front of you. Okay? Abs are in, apple chin. Now you can either do the front assist or you can do the handle assist. This is kind of the same thing. This just gets you a little bit more forward to push up and use your wheelie walker handles. This gets you a little bit more in front. It's based on your body mechanics, where you're at and where your center of mass is. So figure out what works best for you, okay? All right, here we go. Ready? So hold on to that chair. Shoulder blades are down. Elbows are pointed back, not out to the side. Abs in. Push those hips. Ready? And go. Push. Ah! Boom. B, G, B. Sit back down. Hold. Pause. Up. And push. Ah! B, G, B. And 2. Pause. Up. Push. 3. B, G, B. And back down. Pause. Up. Boom. 4. B, G, B. Down. And up. Boom. BGB. And 5. All right. Now, let's stay standing. So now, if all of those are too tough for you, okay, you can do this from standing. You can also, okay, if you want to, you can also take an elevated platform, okay, put that on your wheelie walker, okay, get it set as much as you can. Get yourself hooked up to something. Look at this. You got an elevated platform, and you got something in front of you, and you don't have to drop down as far. Okay? All right, so it looks like this. Okay, this is a little bit weird on a wheelie walker. You might want to use a chair. But I'm trying to give you as many options as possible. So you're here. You barely touch this, okay? Ready? Abs in, blades back, apple chin, sit. I'm barely touching. Then back up. Boom. Butts, guts, blades. Abs in. Sit down. Push them your heels. Push them your butt. Abs in. You barely touch. And 2. Okay? Down. Hold. 3. So we're doing a little half reps from top down. This is how you build the squats. This is how you build the deadlifts. Sit. 4. Bring it back down. Sit. And 5. Okay? All right. So now, let's do 10 reps of whatever you choose. Okay? So we're going to go 10 repetitions of whatever of these you choose. Now, Friday, we will do a full circuit of the leg stuff. So you need to choose throughout the week. I'm going to give you so many modifications. You need to choose what's best for you and what's very doable for you right now, because when we put it in a circuit, it gets a little bit more difficile, which means difficult. All right? All right, here we go. So, pick your poison, whatever you're doing. Okay? Regular dads, modified dads, wheelie walker holding on, or top halves. Okay, you ready? All right, we're going to take this slow. I want you to focus on using your hips, pushing your hips forward, lifting your chest. Okay, here we go. Time to get you up. So you get set on the edge of your chair. Your hands are down here. Hello? Tuck the chin. Lean, lean, lean. And up. Butts, guts, blades. 1, 2. Sit back down slow. Barely touch. Don't rock back. Barely touch. Up. BGB, 2. Sit down, abs are in, barely touch, up. BGB, 3. Sit down, touch, up. BGB, 4. Sit, touch, up. BGB, 5. Sit, touch, up. 6 or 5. What is that? I don't know. I'll call it 5. BGB, sit, touch, up. 6. BGB, down. It always helps me count in Spanish because I got to think. Up, 7. BGB, use that butt, pull those abs in. Let someone pull your hips back. Up, 8. Okay, good. Sit, touch, up, push. 9. Sit, touch, stand, push. 10. All right, good job. Good job. All right, so cool. So that's your deadlifts, okay? Super duper important exercise. Like if you can practice this and you can get to the point down with your body that you can stand, find your BGB balance and feel good, there's a lot of things that you can do from that position. Okay? So start small. Do not get frustrated that you cannot stand out of a chair. Literally, I've built people back as long as you can stand and you can even do this. Just sit and push. Just sit and push. And it's not down with the knees. It's back with the hips and push. Back with the hips, slight bend on the knee, push. Back with the hips, slight bend on the knee and push. Seriously, you can, an inch will like triple, quadruple, and quintuple really fast. Okay? So you just need to know that. So if you can stand, you can squat. I'm just saying. Everybody can find something to hold on to, whether it's something like this, a countertop, a kitchen island, a sink, a railing, a banister, a spouse, whatever, okay? And then just little squat, and boom, little hip hinge, little deadlift, and push, little deadlift. And look at my hips, they're going back towards this. Little deadlift. I mean, you can even do this against the wall. You can't really see it very well, but I'm here, and I'm just pushing my butt against the wall, coming back up. Pushing my butt against the wall, coming back up, and I have the safety of this chair here for me. Sit back in the hips, push, and it's the push with the hips that's going to drive your body up. Okay? So, I'm going to do my best to get you guys up and moving on multiple leg things this week. It is a vital series. It is super duper important. You're going to learn 4 of the top strengthening exercises this week for your legs. Yes, if you have spasticity and you're tight and all that kind of fun stuff, you will do releases, you will do stretching, you will do activations, but we've covered all that. Okay? I can't give you a 2-hour lesson every day. Okay? It would take forever. So I'm assuming, and we are all assuming, that before you do this strength stuff, you have done your releases, you have done your stretches, you have done your movement prep. You worked on some of the BGB stuff we did a couple weeks ago. You're working on some of the stretches we've done. You're working on some of the floor exercises that we've done. You're working on your arm line stuff, whatever it might be. This stuff is your strength activity. You do this after your release work and after your integration activation stuff. This is strength training. Okay? We're not piling weights on you. We're not using bands yet, because if you can't move from your hips, you sure as heck do not want to put a band on you or grab dumbbells or even a resistance band pulling this way or anything like that, because your hips don't know how to work right. And all you're going to do is you're going to make your symptoms worse. So my job over the next few weeks is to get you strong and to get you strength training using your body weight so that functionally you can move, so that when we add resistance to you, your brain knows what the heck you're supposed to be doing. All right? So this series is super important. That's why we're doing one at a time. We're not trying to get in volume. We're trying to get in quality reps, quality technique, and make you proficient at what you're supposed to be doing. So if you like this video, like it. If you want to heart it up. If you want to comment away. And I'll see you guys in a couple hours for Motivation Monday. So good job. Go deadlift!